Welcome back to the Iraqi Dinar Hub, your central source for understanding the evolving landscape of the Iraqi currency. We are pleased to have you join us for what may be one of our most pivotal discussions in recent memory. Today, we are concentrating fully on a major development that has seized the attention of the entire community, engaging everyone from casual watchers to long-term investors. Prime Minister Mohammed Shia Al-Sudani has recently delivered public remarks concerning the potential timing and preparedness for a revaluation of the Iraqi dinar. This transcends typical social media speculation. It is a direct address from the highest office of the Iraqi government. While it is imperative to clarify immediately that no official date has been set, his language strongly implies that serious, high-level deliberations and detailed planning are actively in progress. Before we proceed, I wish to be unequivocal regarding the purpose of this analysis. This is strictly a news examination. We aim to dissect precisely what the Prime Minister stated, the practical implications of his words for holders, and why these particular comments are fueling such vigorous debate. We will not be forecasting rates, dates, or promising results, but rather supplying the essential context required to comprehend the evolving scenario. To genuinely appreciate the gravity of this update, we must scrutinize the specific terminology employed by Prime Minister Sudani. In his address, he did not present a simple trigger or a fixed calendar date, a sign of professional diligence. Instead, he underscored the paramount importance of financial and operational readiness, indicating that the pertinent Iraqi institutions are currently aligning their internal mechanisms. This represents a substantive development, as it implies the government is progressing beyond theoretical debate into the phase of logistical preparation. For holders who have anticipated legitimate progress for years or even decades, this acknowledgement is meaningful. It does not guarantee a revaluation will occur imminently, but it strongly suggests the government is actively preparing for that possibility. Grasping this nuance is vital for managing expectations. The Prime Minister's emphasis on readiness informs us they are treating this as a complex operation requiring all systems to be synchronized before any public action is taken. Let us explore further why signals from a Prime Minister hold substantially more weight than the commonplace speculation found online. When a high-ranking official, the head of government, speaks on potential financial developments, it operates in a wholly different sphere than a forum post or chat room rumor. The revaluation of a national currency is not an isolated event. It demands meticulous, almost surgical coordination among multiple major entities, including the Central Bank of Iraq, international banking partners, and various legal authorities. When the Prime Minister signals that discussions are underway, it infers this coordination is occurring at these elite levels. While the precise outcome remains unconfirmed, such statements reveal that internal assessments, strategic planning, and operational preparations are active. This is crucial for holders to understand, as preparation constitutes a tangible phase of the process. Distinguishing between a signal of preparation and a confirmed action is the foundational step in responsible holding. We must now examine what the process behind a potential revaluation realistically entails. Based on the context of Sudani's speech, should a revaluation happen, it will not be a sudden, chaotic, or spontaneous event that surprises the banking system. It involves multiple, deliberate steps specifically designed to ensure credibility and security for all participants. The first and perhaps most critical step is the verification of holdings. Every single dinar note in circulation must be authenticated and deemed eligible for any potential exchange process. This serves as the primary mechanism to safeguard the financial system from fraud and counterfeit currency. By stressing readiness, the government is essentially stating they must be certain they can differentiate genuine assets from fraudulent ones before commencing any procedure. This protects legitimate holders and ensures any activated process begins with a clean ledger. Beyond mere verification of paper notes, there exists the enormous task of banking and operational readiness, a key theme in the Prime Minister's address. Iraqi banks and their international partners require updated digital systems, thoroughly trained personnel, and validated procedures for managing secure transactions. A monetary shift of this magnitude cannot be executed with outdated software or unprepared staff. Operational readiness entails stress testing the infrastructure to confirm it can manage a surge in volume and scrutiny. It involves verifying that the liquidity, the actual financial backing, is in place to support structured exchanges securely. Without confirmed liquidity and robust infrastructure, any revaluation attempt would falter. Therefore, when Sudani mentions readiness, He is likely alluding to this extensive behind-the-scenes effort to modernize and secure the banking channels that would facilitate any future changes. Another layer we must unpack is the absolute necessity of international oversight and compliance. A currency revaluation is never solely a domestic matter, it is a global event requiring endorsement from international financial institutions. These global bodies must recognize the process for it to be deemed credible in the world market. Compliance ensures Iraq's financial actions align with international anti-money laundering standards and global banking regulations. PM Sudani's comments demonstrate a keen awareness that international coordination is a critical component of their planning. This suggests the discussions he referenced likely involve aligning Iraq's domestic protocols with stringent international standards. This adds a layer of confidence for observers, indicating the government is not acting in isolation but is considering verification and readiness within an obligatory global framework. Let us discuss what structured activation might actually resemble, as this concept is implied by the focus on planning. Once all preliminary steps of verification, operational readiness, liquidity confirmation, and compliance are solidified, any activation of a new value would likely be phased and highly controlled. This is standard procedure for major financial systems to protect holders and ensure smooth transactions. A phased approach permits authorities to manage exchanges safely, verify processes in real time, and guarantee every transaction is documented and legal. The Prime Minister's comments on readiness hint at the importance of this kind of structured rollout, implying an intent to avoid a chaotic, uncontrolled scenario. For holders, comprehending this potential for a structured approach is key to maintaining realistic expectations. It signifies the process, if initiated, will likely be orderly, bureaucratic, and methodical, rather than instantaneous. This leads to a very practical point for all listeners: why your preparation is crucial at this juncture. Even without a confirmed date, understanding the process's complexity allows holders to be ready should an official announcement be made. Preparation begins with the verification of your personal holdings. You should ensure all your notes are authentic, in good physical condition, and properly documented. Maintaining a personal record of serial numbers, denominations, and the physical state of your notes is an essential practice. It transforms you from a passive holder into an active manager of your assets. Furthermore, physically securing your holdings is paramount. Protecting physical notes from theft, water damage, or loss is a practical step that must not be neglected while awaiting high-level political decisions. We must also address the buzz this news has generated and its psychological impact on the community. PM Sudani's speech is attracting significant attention because it constitutes a government-level acknowledgement of the revaluation discussion. When top officials signal they are considering or preparing for processes, it naturally builds confidence. However, this excitement must be measured and realistic. Confidence fosters discussion and community engagement, which are positive, but they can also lead to hype. It is critical to remember that a signal is not a confirmation of an immediate revaluation. The community's reaction blends excitement, curiosity, and caution, all healthy if approached responsibly. Understanding these dynamics helps you assess the news critically, filtering out noise to concentrate on the signal that the topic is being treated seriously at the highest levels. Let us focus specifically on what operational readiness entails, as Sudani highlighted this in his discussion. It involves ensuring banks, financial systems, and government entities are fully prepared to manage all large-scale exchange. This includes testing banking infrastructure, confirming liquidity availability, training staff, and verifying all systems can handle exchanges securely. These steps are standard in major financial operations and are designed to protect holders from errors, fraud, or system failures. The fact the Prime Minister mentions operational readiness indicates authorities are currently evaluating these critical components. This means discussions are occurring at a structural level to guarantee that, if activation proceeds, the process will be organized, controlled, and secure. It is the mundane technical work that enables any potential exciting outcome. We cannot overstate the importance of verification and legal compliance, which PM Sudani's message emphasizes. Verification ensures every note is legitimate and belongs to a verified holder, while compliance ensures international financial institutions recognize the process. This two-step process is fundamental for credibility. Without verification, exchanges cannot be secured. Without compliance, international recognition is impossible. The Prime Minister's message highlights that authorities are actively considering these processes, signaling seriousness and planning. Understanding these requirements is a reminder that preparation and record-keeping are as important as monitoring news, as any official process will depend entirely on verified holdings and strict compliance. Now, let us consider the international dimension in greater detail. Any potential revaluation involves more than just Iraq. International banks, global regulators, and foreign investors all contribute to ensuring credibility. Sudani's comments indicate an awareness that international coordination is critical. This implies that discussions, verification, and preparation likely involve alignment with international standards, legal protocols, and financial institutions. While this does not guarantee a revaluation, it underscores that authorities are contemplating all necessary steps for a credible, globally recognized process. This adds a layer of confidence that the government is not acting in a vacuum. International recognition is a major component of any structured financial process, and the Iraqi leadership appears keenly aware of this requirement. Why does patience matter so profoundly in this specific context? PM Sudani's speech emphasizes careful planning, suggesting rushing the process is not an option. Patience is critical because the steps involve either verification, banking readiness, liquidity confirmation, compliance checks, and international alignment require significant time to execute correctly. For holders, patience is not passive waiting, it is about understanding the process and preparing effectively. Acting impulsively on rumors or speculation can be risky. Conversely, understanding that authorities are working systematically boosts confidence that any potential process will be safe, verified, and structured. This is a key takeaway. Readiness is being considered meticulously, not hastily. One of the most crucial elements highlighted is the need for credibility and legitimacy. Any process must be credible both domestically in Iraq and internationally. Credibility is built through verification, compliance, operational readiness, and structured planning. Legitimacy requires alignment with financial regulations, banking infrastructure, and international recognition. Sudani's statement reflects an awareness of this need, signaling authorities are weighing these critical factors. This is important because credible processes reduce risk and foster confidence. Following verified channels and understanding official statements helps holders differentiate between credible updates and rumors, a crucial step for responsible holding. Let us analyze the impact of official signals versus rumors within the dinar community. Rumors and speculation are commonplace, often spreading rapidly on social media. However, PM Sudani's statements represent official communication. Official signals differ because they indicate high-level acknowledgement and planning, not anonymous speculation. While a signal is not a confirmation, it provides insight into governmental priorities and discussions. Recognizing this distinction is key for holders to make informed decisions. Rumors can mislead, while official messages provide context and demonstrate seriousness. Understanding these differences helps holders maintain perspective and avoid impulsive reactions to unverified information. Financial readiness was another cornerstone of the Prime Minister's message. This includes ensuring that liquidity, the actual cash flow and backing, is available to support structured exchanges. Financial readiness also involves confirming that banking systems can handle large transactions, staff are trained, and operational procedures are tested. This is not speculation, it is standard financial planning. Knowing financial readiness is being considered signals authorities are evaluating the necessary infrastructure before advancing. It also emphasizes that preparation is required at all levels, from governments and banks to holders themselves. Financial readiness is a critical, non-negotiable part of any responsible, structured process. Community awareness is another vital topic. The dinar community is highly engaged, and PM Sudani's statement has sparked significant discussion. Awareness matters because being informed allows holders to prepare documentation, protect assets, and verify information. It also reduces the likelihood of errors caused by acting on unverified news. Community discussions are healthy when focused on verified information, process understanding, and practical preparation. Conversely, relying on speculation can create unnecessary risk. Sudani's statements highlight the importance of communication and transparency, providing holders with signals about operational priorities. Being informed enables responsible engagement and measured expectations. Let us consider potential strategic preparation for holders. While nothing is guaranteed, understanding the process enables strategic readiness. Holders can verify holdings, document notes, secure physical currency, and monitor updates responsibly. The message implies authorities are considering the steps required for safe, verified activation. Being prepared strategically means recognizing the phases involved, understanding verification requirements, and following official channels. This preparation helps reduce risk and ensures holders can act responsibly if official actions are announced. While no action is immediate, preparation fosters confidence and control, allowing you to be proactive rather than reactive. We must also discuss the psychological impact of these signals. When high-level officials like PM Sudani provide statements, it affects confidence, community engagement, and market psychology. Confidence can build momentum for discussion, strategic planning, and responsible preparation. Understanding that these statements are signals, not confirmations, helps holders maintain realistic expectations. The psychological effect is significant because it encourages preparation, informed engagement, and patience over impulsive actions based on rumors. Sudanese communication fosters a culture of careful observation, planning, and analysis, which is crucial in complex financial processes like potential revaluation discussions. International oversight is a topic we must revisit, as it is the cornerstone of legitimacy. Structured exchanges require international oversight to ensure compliance, recognition, and credibility. Sudanese statements indicate awareness that global financial institutions and regulators are part of the conversation. International oversight is necessary for legitimacy and ensures processes are documented, verified, and recognized in global markets. For holders, this underscores the importance of relying on verified information, understanding legal and compliance frameworks, and being patient as authorities coordinate with international partners. Oversight guarantees the process is not merely an internal Iraqi endeavor but a globally integrated financial event. Let us review why signals are historically important. Over the years, holders have witnessed speculation, rumors, and misinformation dominate discussions. When a prime minister publicly mentions readiness and timelines, it represents a meaningful, verified signal rather than unverified speculation. Historical context shows official communications carry weight because they reflect high-level discussion and planning. Sudanese words fit this pattern, signaling authorities are actively evaluating processes and considering international and operational readiness. Recognizing the difference between signals and guarantees helps holders maintain perspective and make informed decisions about preparation and expectations. Let us focus on practical steps again, as these are within your control. Holders should continue verifying their notes, keeping them secure, and documenting serial numbers and quantities. Staying informed through credible channels is essential. Understanding the phased, structured approach helps prevent mistakes and ensures readiness. Strategic planning includes knowing the verification process, understanding banking requirements, and preparing for phased activation. The Prime Minister's comments reinforce that these steps are not optional, they are part of responsible preparation. Following them ensures holders are positioned to act safely if the process advances, without relying on speculation. We must also discuss potential economic considerations. While no revaluation is confirmed, understanding the economic factors is important. Structured exchanges require careful financial planning, liquidity, and operational readiness. Authorities must evaluate market impact, international recognition, and compliance. Sudanese statements reflect awareness of these factors, signaling careful consideration is being given to all necessary financial components. Understanding economic implications helps maintain realistic expectations, avoid misinformation, and focus on preparation over speculation. Responsible awareness of these considerations is key for informed community engagement. Finally, let us summarize why this update is so significant for the future. PM Sudani addressed the potential timing for dinar revaluation by emphasizing financial readiness, operational planning, verification, compliance, and international coordination. While no date or rate was confirmed, the statements reflect high-level attention and seriousness. The key takeaways are to remain patient, verify and secure holdings, document assets, stay informed through credible channels, understand the phased and structured process, and prepare strategically. Signals like these are historically important because they indicate discussions and planning are happening at the highest levels. By approaching this news responsibly, holders can position themselves to act safely, avoid misinformation, and engage intelligently with future updates. This is a time for diligence, not rash action, a time for organization, not speculation. As we continue to monitor the situation, we will bring you the latest analysis on these developing stories. Thank you for trusting Iraqi Dinar Hub as your source for balanced, factual news analysis. We will keep our eyes on the wires and our focus on the facts, ensuring you have the information needed to navigate whatever comes next. Stay safe, stay prepared, and we will see you in the next update.